Good morning, everyone. This is going to be a lightning quick video log because Ava's literally waiting in the car for me. Goals for the day are to diagram the reverse tariff concept, take my planner to work, find tomato cages for the synonymous bean or synonymous for the bean sprouts. Did do that. Find a Mother's Day gift for Anna. Did not do that. I got to go to work right now. I did brush my teeth. I did make a morning video log and I did water my sprouts. So only other goal for today is to diagram the reverse tariff concept. So got up. My mom was heading to McDonald's to buy breakfast for us all, so I got in our order. And then, went and did that. And then they forgot my syrup, so I had to go back. And then I went to Walmart, and they didn't have the stuff I wanted for the tomato planter, so I went to True Value, and they did. I bought bamboo sprouts and Ute twine, so I'm gonna make some sprouts for the beans to grow up. So we're gonna figure that out. And then I just got done working on that. It has a lot of time that is going to be need to put into it, and that's totally fine. And so I wanted to make a morning video log to fill you in on everything we got going on. All I need to do is work and diagram the goals, and that's good. So I'm gonna head to work now, so I'm not late, and I will talk to you all this evening. Have a good night.
One eternity later.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Today is May 10th, 2025. Was a Saturday. My morning video log was like super rushed. Because it was in the car waiting for me as I was making it. It was really entertaining. So, goals for the day were to diagram the reverse tariff concept, take planner to work, this planner, do the tomato cages or like find a synonymous thing to support the bean sprouts as they grow, and then work on a Mother's Day gift for Anna, which I already crossed off way earlier, but I actually did find something kind of entertaining. And then go to work, obviously brush my teeth and make a morning video log, and then water the sprouts. So didn't get to diagram the reverse tariff concept, did take my planner to work, did find a synonymous solution for the bean sprouts. I found some like bamboo stakes and this like Ute twine with a J, which is really interesting. But for the tomato cages, I'm literally just going to make like triangular prisms with the bamboo sticks and then like tie twine around each one, like the tomato branches can like be supported there. And then for the beans, I should be able to just put bamboo stakes in the ground that can grow up the stakes. So I'm really excited for that. Nice tips. And then didn't technically do a Mother's Day gift for Anna, but I did find these. They are, cover this up, or I'll do this and cover this up. Wait. These are all kind of lame photos, but I found these ultrasounds for our son. And I was just talking about them earlier. But we actually took those on Ava's birthday, which I thought was really interesting. Like the date on them is Ava's date, or no, that's her date of birth. That's less cool. But this was July 5th, 2022. He was like almost born. Like that's so strange. Yeah, because I turned 22 this year, and I turned 19 the year he was born. So I was 18 when he was born, and then 1922. So he's gonna turn 3 this year. So this is like literally a month and a half before he was born. Big old kid, bro. Big old kid. But yeah. So found those. They're kind of crappy quality, but I mean, you do what you can, right? So those would be a nice little surprise that I saved. And then went to work. Obviously, work was nuts. So literally, I'll just go over the whole morning events. It was kind of an interesting morning. So woke up at 8. My mom was getting us McDonald's, so we went and did that. And then I had to run back and get some syrups for my pancakes, crushed those, and then I went to Walmart, took her car. She wanted it back at 10. So went to Walmart. They didn't have like a tomato cage at all that I saw. So I went to True Value instead. And then they found some bamboo stakes and like the Ute twine had like the idea, right? So bought that, came home. Also had a new hoe, which I like hadn't had an actual one, so that'll be nice. And then I came home and then started like trying out different knots and stuff with the Ute twine. And I was like, honestly, it was home at 10:15, like set up with everything. And I was like, honestly, I only have like 20 minutes to do this. I'm not gonna spend 10 of it watching a YouTube video on how to do it. I'm just gonna do my best, right? So I was working on that, and then brushed my teeth, and then made the morning video like super fast. And then watered the sprouts before I went off to work, and then just watered them when I got back as well. And then worked for 12 hours, 11 to 11. Got to work, and I had Ava do my hair at work, like as we were opening. And then I deposited some cash in the bank right before work. Our bank is open on Saturdays, which is super nice. Just like literally from like 9 to noon, I think. But yeah, so gave Ava the money to pay the phone bill. That'll be nice. Wow, my hair is sticky, dude. I still need to shower, so gotta do that. But yeah, work was actually like surprisingly busy. My first table was regulars, and then I had a couple like tables of, like 2 or 3 or 1, and then had like 2 back tables of like 6 and 5, I think, and was just busy the morning, dude. Like from probably 11:30 to 3, like pretty consistently busy. And it was really funny when Carter got to work. It just died down, and my boss came out and was like, "Carter, you're quiet. Like you get here, it's quiet now. Like there's nothing to do." And we actually had like a really busy service for dinner too as well. It was really fun. Ava got like a table of 9 and a table of 6, I think. Or I might have been the one who served the 6. I think I was the one who served the 6, but yeah, it was really fun. I ended up making $150, dude. It was crazy fun day, crazy fun. And then yeah, a lot of regulars came in. One of the regulars she was a realtor. I think she's retired now, but or maybe not. She probably still can sell a house. I think realty is one of those businesses. But she said she liked my ponytail, and I was like, dude, sick. And then one of my friends from high school came in, Sam. I talked about him on a previous video log, talking about his like alcoholism. Well, I mean alcoholism, and like his introverted inclinations versus my extroverted inclinations, and like how that translates to the type of substances we enjoy, and like the way we enjoy them and the way we fundamentally think about them, and the differences there, right? And he just has like super long hair, like literally like think like ponytail, like all the way down to like his lower back, like the mid of his lower back, like almost to his tailbone. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. And so I met his mom for the first time, and they were super chill. And then they got a to-go order right before our stir-fry cook left. That was crazy close timing. But yeah, work was fun. It was a fun shift. And then I didn't get the chance to work on the diagram of the reverse tariff concept at work. That was my failed goal for the day. But I was like on top of things, and I was like making jokes with people, and I was like having a good time. Like it was a fun shift, man. It was a really fun shift. I was glad that I was like really on top of stuff, because I had like taken my focus medication right before leaving for work. Like I took it, and then it was like work time, and I was just like in work mode. Then I got a kung pao beef for myself, and like was eating it throughout the whole shift. It was really good. And then I feel like something else interesting happened, but I don't really particularly remember what it was. Oh yeah, I served some old friends that I went to high school with, and we were talking about vaping addiction. They are addicted to vapes, and I was like, that's really interesting. And I was like, you can't just quit. And they were like, it's not like that, man. Like you just don't get it until you get it. And I was like, I guess, dude. I was like, I had a pretty bad like well, I guess I won't admit to crime on a video log, but yeah, I was like, I had a substance issue at one point as well, and was not like actually like addicted. It was just a habit. Like every night I get home and just like do the substance that won't be named, but yeah, and I just gosh, there's so much hair in this brush, dude. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I remember just being able to like get out of the habit of that, just made me feel so much better about myself. You know, just like really up my self confidence, and yeah, Josue texted me back this morning, and for his birthday, I'd like basically like tried to call him, and then he was like not able to answer, and then I had texted him, and I'm just gonna read the text, dude, because it pissed me off still. I'm still mad about it. I sent it to Ava, and she asked me, "Is this ChatGPT AI generated?" And I was like, "Nah, this is my own thought." Like I've been talking about this a couple times, so this will also be my daily thought. So the idea is basically, I also served the mayor of Caldwell, who I've talked about on a video log before. I served him and his family and like kind of recognized him, so I got a photo with him as well. And then yeah, that was really funny. And then we talked briefly about politics, and I realized one of the issues that I'm gonna have is when I get to like the state and the federal level, is I'm not a partisan person. Like I don't believe strongly in like hard right or hard left, right? Like America is one of those political battlefields where you have to choose a side, and I don't like that. Like that is not how politics should be. Like there's just so many opinions that it shouldn't be one way or the other. You know what I mean? But so basically, I had sent Ava this message, and I copied it and sent it to Josue as well, and I'm gonna read it. And so the idea, the idea, the daily thought is, let's say this is 100% of the things that happen in life. There's the part you can control, and the part you can't control. This is everything. The more you focus on what you can't control, the more you'll lose grasp on what you can control. So as you start worrying about what you can't control, it'll start growing and like encroaching on what you can control, right? So what you can control, what you have control over, gets like smaller over time, right? But the thing that you can't control is like growing because you're focusing on it so much. And I use the diagram of like the diagram. This is a diagram. I use the example of one of the common things you see is like a teenage girl will dye her hair like pink or purple or blue or white or green or whatever, right? Like it's they focus so much on what they can't control that it starts to grow, and then what they can control is it's slowly diminishing. So naturally, the human brain feels like I need to take a drastic measure of some sort to regain control of my life in some way, right? And so they'll dye their hair, they'll change their identity, they'll change their fashion, they'll do something drastic that like grabs control of their life, right? And like really grabs life. And but it's not like that. And so I'm just gonna read what I said. And if y'all think this is AI generated, bro, on my dad's ashes, I wrote this. On my dad's ashes, I wrote this. I wrote this. Me, right from my noggin. Like, imagine like Zeus birthing Athena with this thought. Okay. So this is what I said to Ava, obviously. So this is not meant for Josue, but copied and paste. Well, that's just human nature. The more you focus on things you can't control, the more you lose grasp on what you can control. So naturally, your brain desires a drastic action in an attempt to regain control of your life. Just understand that the drastic measures you do to recontrol your life often end up having large negative consequences. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to be out of control for a little while. Focus on what you can control, and gradually you'll find yourself back in control of all the things you feel like you don't have control of now. So the idea is, as you focus so much on what you cannot control, what you can control diminishes. The way to regain what you can control is not a big drastic grab, okay? It's cleaning your room, doing your laundry, taking a shower, taking another shower in 2 days or a day, washing your body and washing your hair, petting your cat, petting your dog, speaking with your parents in a positive manner. Like, doing the things that you can control, just little actions, are what really, really are going to make you feel like fulfilled, kind of happy. Like, you're not going to become happy by dyeing your hair. You're going to feel more in control of your identity, but your identity isn't going to fundamentally change. Like, how you view yourself isn't going to change because you dyed your hair. How other people view you is going to change. So doing that drastic action, I always use the example of dyeing your hair just because that's like the mental breakdown behavior that I always joke about, but I know it's probably not a good joke, but anyways, it's like people are going to see that and think something of you. So it changes your identity. So in doing the big grab for what you can control, yeah, you've changed your identity. You've changed how other people view you. But how other people view you is also something you cannot control. So in trying so hard to grab at life like that, the things you can't control are now growing proportionally to what you can control, right? So you have one big control moment, and then what you've controlled drastically is now being viewed by other people, and the consequences of that drastic action are often very negative, like off, right? And so I think that just chilling out, just locking in for a minute, doing your laundry, brushing your teeth, one thing at a time, and all of a sudden you're back in control of your life. And you're going to sit there and go, I can't believe I was struggling so hard. Like, I can't believe my room was so cluttered. I can't believe this. I can't believe that. And it's going to be night and day. And the reason I decided to send that to Josue was he shared that he was like, man, I just really need to lock in. And I'm just like, dude, you're 22. You don't need to lock in yet. You don't need to. But please understand the more you sit there and go, I need to lock in, 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 it's not going to happen, man. It's genuinely just not going to happen. You're not going to lock in. And I don't think that you could be told that, because what we think of when we say locking in is not the type of lock-in you need to land a plane. It's not 2 minutes of locking in and being perfect. It's 2 minutes of doing your best activity 25 times a day, every day for a week. Really just an hour of consistent, focused activity. And you will look back and just go, I locked in. Like, really, dude, it takes 2 minutes to get your clothes together, 2 minutes to put them in the laundry and start it, 2 minutes to switch it over to the dryer, 2 minutes to take them out, and then you'll have to lock in for 25 minutes to fold them all. Like, that's the hard part. That's where people get, because they can lock in for 2 minutes, lock in for 2 minutes, lock in for 2 minutes, lock in for 2 minutes. I don't really want to fold my clothes. Like, if they're in a pile, it's just fine. It's like, that's the 1% difference. That's where I'm different. It's like, right when my clothes are clean, they're folded. I don't like that. Like, now I have this identity of myself. I don't like that. Because I know that if I do not mind it, it will happen and it will bother me. Like, if I sit there and go, oh, I don't mind, I will mind. I will mind. And so it was just, it really caught my attention when he said, I just need to lock in. And I was just like, no, you don't. You just need to do a little bit at a time and expand what you can control of your life. And that's all anyone can do. Don't focus on what you cannot control. Don't focus on what you can't control. Nothing you can control. There's nothing you can do about it. Focus on what you can control and expanding that portion of your life to overshadow what you can't control. And eventually your entire household will be in order. All your relationships will be in order. You'll have a positive mindset. Like, that's locking in. That's what it means to lock in. It's just grow and focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. It doesn't matter, man. It really doesn't matter. And I guess this is already going kind of yap sesh, but one of the things that I still think about is literally just how much we still look like apes. How much we still look like monkeys. And it's like, dude, when we look back at 100 years ago, we think of all the, like, what was it, 1925? About to head into the Great Depression. Just about there, post-World War II, post-World War I, pre-World War II. Like, life was weird. And everyone had the exact same mindset. What do people think of me? What, like, how do they think about how I'm dressed? Like, what do they think about how much money I have? What do they think about this? What do they think about that? You just have to focus on what you can control. That's it. That's all we can do. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you all had a wonderful Saturday, May 10th, and I'll see you all in the morning. Have a good night.